What's up, YouTube? It's the one and only Master myself. I'm here live streaming from IMC Nation, right? Las Vegas location. We're here tapping in, man. What a pleasure and honor it is to be with you again. Today, we have an opportunity to tap in on what's stopping you from being the best. Our motto in IMC Nation is be the best and fuck the rest. Why is that the motto? Well, there's nothing less than the best, right? That's going to operate at the highest level, right? So we're going to talk about that today. I go by the name Master myself, first and foremost, know and understand that everything that I do and say here is done under the banner of entertainment. All right. So don't take what it is I say seriously. Number two, this is for adults and adults only. All right. No kids, no children in the room. If there are kids or children in the room, we're moving from the room, right? Because what I say may be explicit. So you've been warned. Number three, do not break the laws of the land you're tuning in from. Wherever it is that you are, do not break the laws and let you tune in from. Therefore, um, you have the right to express yourself, right? But do not break the law around you. Number four, this is for adults and adults only, right? No kids, no children in the room. That means as an adult, you're responsible for your own actions. And number five is this is the master's table. I go by the name Master myself. Man, what a pleasure and honor it is to be with y'all again. This is one of my favorite things to do is to stream, to share my thoughts, my insights, my ideals. I do this every single cycle, no matter what. And you know what I'm saying? Every single time that I do it, I know that I grow, I become a greater version of myself. And I know that somebody else is also benefiting from it, right? My duty, my objective is to continue to lead from the front, right? Um, there was a plethora of several different shows that we were creating within IMC TV. It's now dwindled down to the last few, if you will. So there's about three of them, and I can confidently say that I'm proud and I'm honored to be able to have this platform, right? So shout out to the founder and my mentor AZD, J Group Dev is what we say, and then we also will start with saying peace be with you. First and foremost, I want to share with y'all just bits and pieces of what my experience has been thus far in Las Vegas. It's not something that I have talked about very often. However, it is, very, very vital to know and understand that this is not a normal experience that's taking place here. Um, Again, as I've said time and time again, I moved from Phoenix, right? You see the Phoenix behind me, right? I moved from the Phoenix area, and ever since I've been out here in the Las Vegas area, I've been on the hustle, on the grind, right? Not that I was not doing that in the Phoenix area, however, it's just completely different out here. Um, on a day-to-day basis, right? Every single day I have my daily process I've talked about many times here. So I execute that process, and then from there, I transition into I have a daily process, like a process I do during the day, certain things I do throughout the day. And then the night process allows me to prepare, right, for the night experience, right? During the evenings right now, I'm actively promoting, right? So I'm promoting basically the nightlife, right? From the nightclubs to the strip clubs to just the nightlife experience. I'm helping people experience that on a higher level. And so along with that comes the opportunity, right, every single night for me to um, calibrate, to work on the delivery of my communication, right, and then in the same manner also be able to truly harness the mindset of a winner. Every time that I think about the mindset of a winner, I'm thinking about Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Jason Kidd, right? These men are of greatness, right? Specifically, Kobe Bryant is the one that I'm constantly tapping into because I was able to track along with his career while he was still alive. And I resonate, right? I mean, with his message, with his approach, right, to life in general. In fact, the logo that you see me wearing, the Master Myself logo, is very similar in design and approach to the Mamba mentality, right? Symbol that he once was carrying, right? And so I make that analogy to say that, it's just so important that you treat your life as the most important thing. And, what's stopping people, what's stopping me, what has stopped me in the past from being the best and operating at my best, having the right mindset, operating with the right attitude, communicating, right, with my world and my environment. What's been stopping me from doing that is just simply I never worked out, right, why I was doing what I was doing. Why am I here? Why am I in Las Vegas? Why am I, out promoting on a regular basis? Why do I have, these women in my life? Why do I have these brothers that are, integrated into the organization system that is around me? Why? What's the point? So last cycle, I reached a point where I truly rooted and understood what it was going to take for me to operate at my highest capability. At least when it comes to my hustle, my grind, my mentality, my approach to life. That's so important to know and understand, because that is what allows you to build a true foundation of what it is that you want to experience in life. What I want to experience in life, I've been speaking for years at this point, but I want to operate at my highest level, meaning I want to be the master of myself, mastering myself when it comes to communication, when it comes to the dynamics in which I find myself in, mastering myself when it comes to the way that I carry myself, right? The way I present myself. There's so many different aspects to you that you can sharpen up on. But to operate at the best, you have to begin to root the foundation of your storyline, the foundation of your experience has to be rooted with a story that is unique to you. Like, what is your reason why? When you understand that, like, my reason why is I refuse to go back to Phoenix as anything less than what I left, right? And so I reached that point last cycle, and I remember hitting that point, and the next day that changed, and the day after that, that changed, right? The numbers in the universe, you know what I'm saying, or in the Matrix, if you will, if you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, it changed, everything evolved, everything grew into something greater. And so I make mention of that to say that today, what is it that is the next logical step for you, right? As an entrepreneur, as a man, as a philosopher, as a stoic, as a husband, a wife, I mean, a wife. I'm specifically speaking to men. I know women watch this as well, but I'm specifically speaking to men, right? As a husband, as a father, as a comrade, as a warrior, as a soldier. Like, what is it that you are being, or that you're aiming to become? And when you find that out and you're clear on that, trust and believe, everything changes. I have not been operating the same since I rooted that and founded that in the right place. And so I make mention of that again to tell you that you right now have an opportunity to become the best at what you do. Now, one of my favorite phrases that I, remember coming up with was that, can't nobody do me better than me. And that's the truth. Excuse me. When you recognize and and you understand, can't nobody do you better than you. You're going to operate differently. You're going to operate with a higher level mentality. You're going to function at your highest capability because you know and understand there's nobody like you. I know that about myself. Oftentimes, I forget that. So my work is on a regular basis, remembering who I am, remembering how I'm being perceived from the outside, knowing and understanding that it does not matter what is being projected, right, from the outside towards me. What matters is what I'm projecting from the inside towards the outside. You understand me? When I'm aware of how I'm perceiving myself, how I'm managing and handling my own communication from there, I operate with a different level of power and influence, right? And understanding. Because I understand, like, yo, I'm not an ordinary individual. I know that. I'm a lifelong martial artist, a black man that grew up as a lifelong martial artist. Also grew up in church, right? My father was either the pastor or the second, man in charge. He was also, like a living bodyguard, right, for some of the highest level executives within the church, within the corporations, so on and so forth. Like operating at a different level, right? So that's what within me. That's where I start from. Where am I going to take it? How far can I really go? That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm here in Las Vegas figuring out. So it's so important that you know and recognize that you're not meant to be ordinary. You have something extraordinary about you. What is that? Become clear on that. Know and understand that that thing that you think is stopping you is actually the thing that allows you to be the that's the thing, that obstacle that's in your way. You learn how to turn that obstacle from the obstacle to the opportunity. I've talked about this several times, but it's so important. The Stoic quote comes to mind. Um, what stands in the way becomes the way, right? The thing that is causing the adversity is the solution. The thing that's in your way, the thing that seems to be the block is the solution. Within IMC Nation, we have a lot of different structure that's going on. You understand me? And restructuring going on within IMC Nation. We're an organization. You understand me? And so, as we operate as a unit, as we learn how to cooperate, how to coincide, how to come into true confidence, right? To confide in ourselves, we have to reorganize the foundation of the structure in which we've been building on. So we have to make sure our money is right. We have to make sure that our attitude is right. We have to make sure that our mindset is right. We have to make sure that our approach to developing ourselves is at the highest level. Don't settle for less. One of the major things I appreciate about AZD, one of the many things, is that he has the phrase "be the best and fuck the rest." Be the best, fuck the rest. It does not mean that you are the best amongst all people, even though you are, because that's what you're striving for. That's the philosophy behind it. What that does mean is that to be the best, you're just going to be the best. You forget the rest. You don't have to worry about the minute, what do they call it, minutia, right? The minute details. Don't worry about that. That'll be handled. With your constant focus and your constant dedication, your attitude has to be focused on the future. It has to be focused on what it is that you want from life. Now, by no means am I perfect. I make mistakes left and right. But that's how you learn. That's how you grow, and you aim to be the best. Don't settle for less. Be the best. Fuck the rest. You understand me? Like, that's a living philosophy that I'm now coming into a different level of understanding, because look, I was operating at a different level. I was operating at a lower level, knowing and understanding that I was not aiming to be the best. I was just going through life and trying to make it and do this and did look, trying to pay rent, trying to handle my car, trying to, what I'm saying, work on my transportation, trying to do this, that, and the other. No, shift from that. Put yourself in a position where you can aim to be the absolute best. The absolute best. Why would you settle for anything less? It sounds so degrading, right? It sounds so little, right? For me to operate as less than something extraordinary, to operate as something less than the best, to operate as if I'm not the Kobe Bryant of what it is that I'm doing right now. In every field, in every situation, circumstance, that's the way that we want to operate. As IMC Nation warriors, as men, you know what I'm saying? As men that stand on something. Let's stand on something that is worth going after. Go for the best. Go for the best women. You understand me? Go for the best characters to be around you. Go for the best attitude. Go for the best of the best of the best. You understand me? Don't settle for less. When you settle for less, you're selling yourself short. That's what I realized I've been doing. So everything around me has to change, has to evolve, has to grow. I got to become a greater version of myself. I got to begin to shift from the lackluster, right, state of mind or communication, and I got to begin to just operate at the greatest. You understand me? Because I'm not meant to be anything less than that. Since I was young, I was being spoken over from by my parents, right? That I was operating at my greatest, right? And from a state of greatness. So be great. Don't settle for nothing less, right? That's the main message for y'all today, man. I do have some things to do, so I'm going to wrap up for the day. Um, I encourage everybody to take a moment in time and tap in right to the world within. We do a meditative moment normally. Like I said, today I gotta go, gotta some things to handle and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on right with the rest of the day. However, take some time. I always, every single day, take time to meditate. Take time to tap into the world within, so that you can operate better in the world without. Right? It's all in the state of mind. Remember that. Right? That's the one another phrase, another philosophy that comes from AZD. It's all in the state of mind. What I say is my mind is my temple. I am master of myself. It's a philosophy. It's a mentality. It's a focus. You understand me? And when you have that focus, you have that mentality, you have that approach, and you have that attitude in life, there ain't nothing that can stop you. You understand me? So look, man, this is the one and only master myself. This is the Master's Table. We stream live every single cycle on IMC TV. Right now, we shifted to Tuesdays, right? So every Tuesday, tap in with us. And y'all tap in with me on Instagram. Y'all tap in with me as often as possible doing this, what it is that I love to do. I love to stream. I love to come on here and share my thoughts and ideals and essentially just, grow in terms of the estimation of what it is I can provide when it comes to my communication, my attitude, my presentation, my delivery, my focus, my discipline. All of that is meant to help you, right? Like I come on here to share my insights, my thoughts, and my ideals, so that you can grow, so that you can become a greater version of yourself. You understand me? And don't ever settle for less than the absolute best. It's the one and only master myself tapping out from IMC Nation. Y'all know what it is, man. Every day, in every way, this life is getting better and better. I'll talk to y'all soon, man. As always, what we say in IMC Nation is be the best and fuck the rest. What I say is knowledge of self is knowledge of